Hey, what's going on, everybody? Here, welcome to an ATS video. I am Full Tilt Gaming, FTG for short, and yes, you saw the thumbnail right. We are taking a sneak peek into Washington, so if you have not seen this, you probably know that the road we're on has got a nice barrier that shucks you right off into town. Well, we're going to break through this barrier. We're going to check out Washington, give us 10 or 15 minutes to kind of drive around and check out what is next, and hopefully what is a little sneak peek of Washington DLC, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Here, welcome again. You see the signs right. Portland Airport, Northeast Airport Way. This way is where we've always had to go to deliver down to the little back end, kind of the cargo area there at the airport. But straight ahead it says North 205 to Vancouver. I don't know that this sign was used to be here in Oregon, but it is now. So we're going to hop across this right quick, and we are going to take a sneak peek into Washington. So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you there for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to kind of stay with some kind of cool teasers and also just the new infos on what is going on in the ATS world. So anyway, glad to have you all along with us. So we are on what seems to be the 205. I don't really know because this road is going to end. I think it's off the Interstate 84, I think, here in Oregon. So anyway, we are now officially, we are off map. Actually, see it, there it went, we're off map. So now we are going into Washington. So we'll see what we've got here in store. There's quite a few new things added in. I've been kind of consoling around, but I've not really had a really great opportunity to sit down and actually look through and actually drive through, notice a lot of the small stuff. So we may see some things that I haven't seen. And you may even pick up some things in here that you see that I don't even know about. Maybe something that if you're a Washington native, maybe it'll be something that you say, oh dude, it's freaking, that's the way it is. If it is, let me know in comments. I'm actually kind of excited to see what all the actual natives see out here, which is fairly realistic. So here is our first sign, I should say, that we are not in Kansas anymore. Oregon thinks you come back again soon. So there you go. So now we know we're out. Now we know we're also in undeveloped territory, at least within SES, because there's a Long City name, 25 South, 888A, which doesn't exist. Just so you know, there's not a city in Washington that's Long City name. You got all these little towns, little lakefront properties over there. Really nice drive through this. Nice bridge. I mean, is the lighting, especially from when it's lit up at night and stuff, everything's totally up and rolling right along. So we are now entering the city of Vancouver. So I will, we'll go ahead and exit. I don't think, even if we run into some barriers, we'll just keep going. If we run across a road that doesn't have an end, we'll just sit back the other way. That's a great thing about the dev console. So there's another first sign there. So there's our new look at the Washington roads. You can see Mr. George Washington. That's his silhouette there. So the 14 east and west towards, I guess we'll go towards Vancouver. We can maybe pop back right here, and we'll take a peek down and go the other way as well. All right, so there's more road signs there along city name. I've got traffic turned off. I think there is traffic that kind of bumps down through here, but I went ahead and just turned all of that mess off. I didn't. I was like, I'm not dealing with traffic, because even if it is on out here, I was like, yeah, it's probably not completely set the way they'd want it to. But you also get to see some other things when we reach the city. I'm gonna let you guys, well, somewhat figure it out. I'll probably still have to tell you. Because most people are at least experimenting with the 135, see how things are. There's our Columbia Way, Vancouver, so you can kind of see some things coming into frame here. Got some buildings over there, some economy stuff. You got some drop-off points will be coming in. So we'll check out Vancouver, Columbia Way. So this is an actual, what looks to be an actual laid-out full city. I'm not sure if this is Vancouver, Washington, but it does at least allow you to drive in. You can see the first thing here you'll see between the road sign there. Grand Boulevard, Southeast Columbia Way, is the stoplight. I know you might say, well, dude, there's nothing about that stoplight. Yes, there is. So all of the stoplights here are getting a facelift and are getting redone. The one thing that SCS, when they did them, the first, they have more of a Euro styling on the, more of a Euro style on that. So now they're actually going to look American. A lot more, to me it looks like a lot more purposeful placement of trees, shrubs, bushes. Things are actually built and they look like they are hand placed. Go to outside view so you guys can see the best here. But there's the tidbit is actually in like a, you know, an actual store. It's not sitting right off the side of the road, which is kind of cool. Got the airport over there, small little airport. And here's something really cool. I think we'll go right, but I want to, well, we go right. Let's see, to the Interstate 5. Let's just see where this goes. I can't remember. I've dev tooled through this, but I haven't really done a lot of like actual driving. So here's the cool thing. Let me put the park brake on. Let's go over here and let's take a peek at this. This is really cool. This is what I would like to call a complex intersection. So SCS has always been telling us that they will eventually kind of get things where they'll start putting a little bit more emphasis on the more non-traditional side of the driving. No, it's just interstate road, just driving 70 miles an hour and just busting it through towns. Actually, when you get into a lot of these, especially if you've got big interstates, if you live closer to a big city, like I'm fairly close to Charlotte, so I know all the complex interchanges between a couple of the beltways and big interstates. They're complicated. This is not necessarily what you consider like hugely complicated from a realistic standpoint, but it is for SES. So you've got, you know, multiple roads kind of come in that dart in between it, out and one another. Now you've got multiple stoplights here. All of these are kind of actually have the fluid American style. And then they have been redone. Now 135 is testing some of that stuff out. But I don't necessarily know when we're going to know when they've actually changed things over until possibly when the update actually happens. Then we'll actually notice some changes in the stoplight behavior. But anyway, everything that you see here has got a nice in and out of how you're actually supposed to do it. It's got crosswalks in between it. But anyway, I just thought that was really cool because that's probably, besides like Albuquerque and Phoenix where you've got complicated interchanges, we don't really have any kind of like city stoplights that are complicated, or at least I'll say more involved. That'll be a nice interesting intersection right there when truckers MP and you've got, you know, 10 trucks waiting there to kind of turn in and out. And hopefully, you know, hopefully we all somewhat abide by the rules and laws of the road. Probably won't happen. But anyway, here you go. You can see this was going to take you all the way back to the 5, and the 5 is going to attach from Portland, leads up there to Astoria, but then it's also going to take you all the way up into Seattle. So that's pretty cool. It's coming out of Vancouver and getting close to getting up here to the interstate. So Obviously, we won't head down Portland, but I do want to. We are going to go at least this way a little bit because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the road stops here. I think they don't let you get any further than this, which is actually kind of fine because there's actually quite a bit they've already done. Yep, so that's it. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to dev tool us over. Probably just we'll cut video right back to it. All right, so we've okay, we're back on the actual road here. So this is going in and leading us into Portland. Now you can see we do have a road here that is that you'll see here very certain on our GPS down there that is completely blacked out. You'll see that come into frame here in just a minute. So Vancouver Way is the way we've always had to go, and that just leads us right around and puts us right into basically our economy section down there, this Shipyard Road and all that stuff down there. So if you go down it, well, we'll dev tool over there. But you guys have probably maybe seen that. I don't know. Find out. All right, so we'll put ourselves on the other side of the road. So this is by far, I think, one of my favorite spots here. You'll see it come into frame. You probably saw it in the thumbnail. Probably like, yeah, he's probably clickbaiting. That little joker YouTuber, he's probably doesn't know what he's doing. He's clickbaiting to get my view. Well, no clickbait here. Never is. There you go. Hayden Island, the ODOT permits. Seattle signs coming up. And you can see we are now officially off the map. It stops right here. So now we are going into the big kind of gateway into Washington. And we'll go ahead and go to the outside. So Hayden Island, you can go down there and drive a little bit. Not too much, though. There's not too many things laid out there. It's mainly just the first little entry part, and then it kind of closes off. But there's another Oregon. Thanks, you come again soon. We certainly will. There's our Vancouver, our Washington sign there. And this is another drawbridge for shipping and that kind of stuff. It'd be really cool if they do have ships kind of coming back in like they did in Oregon that were animated, you know. But this is a very, very, very cool drawbridge. Make some really, really, really cool screenshots in this one. At least I think so. I'll probably come back and just do a couple myself and throw a couple screenshots in here. There was the drawbridge separator. Yep, there we go. And then straight ahead is basically going to take us right in. So we're going to cut right here. And this is going to take us back up on that connector road. It's going to zip us all the way back around. You got Vancouver, Columbia Way, which is what we went in the first time. So we'll kind of keep on digging here. There's the airport on the left side. You can see it. Got its taxiway lights and everything over there. Not sure exactly what airport that model's. Maybe I don't know. Not sure which one that is. Obviously a small little city regional one. The thing that I've noticed about this, Oregon did a really good job. But the one thing that they did, I thought very well, was they added in what seemed to me looks like purposeful placement of stuff. A purposeful placement of trees, of plants, bushes, where they actually would grow, and not just kind of a generic auto-gen system. Which, I mean, a lot of games use auto-gen. It's fine. But there are ways, I feel like, to do auto-gen and do it right where it actually looks legit. Now, I'm not sure on the map designer's part if they have tools and access of tools that do auto-gen. I'm not a map maker, so I don't necessarily know those things. But most games do have some type of auto-gen, especially for areas like this where you're going to be putting in tons of time trying to put all this stuff together. But it just looks, to me, it looks more realistic. It looks more pleasant to drive through. And be quite honest with you, I'm really excited to see some greenery. I've been, you know, let's go up 192nd Avenue. I don't know that I've never driven up here, but I know there are a couple of cool things in the dev console that I saw. I'm just not sure if this is exactly the right way to get there. See, there is a rest stop ahead. That's probably something that's on the map that's ahead. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the mining part. So this one's a new one. So you can think all of your excavated soil and all the, you know, SCS loads. I don't know, chip vans are going to come down here like what we've got. That's mainly going to stay, I would think, forestry. You can do used packaging. I guess they shred up all of the, you know, other stuff. But anyway, you've got multiple stuff over there. As to whether or not that stuff is actually going to be in, I'm not sure. But you have a huge coastline mining here. So this is like legit coastline mining. It's not like your little, you know, stuck in the middle of Phoenix, you know, there's a mining company. You're like, what? No, it's not. And you can actually drive through it. So let's drive through it. Why not, right? You guys are checking out some of Washington. I am too. So lots of different roads in and out of this thing. Probably going to be a lot of loads and stuff. This will be a really cool place, especially for those guys that do like the oversized trailers and the big stuff. Hopefully this area here allows us some opportunity to check some things out. I would imagine too that some of this, you've got some automated people there. Stuff like that, like the big old, the guy that's putting the digging up, separating the rocks and the tailings and stuff. They're kind of almost like, looks like a gold pan wash. It looks like it still breaks into the original coastline mining. Yeah, so it's going to take you right into the original. So hopefully the loads aren't just here, and hopefully they actually, you know, lead us out. But let's just zoom around here to this side, see if we'll pop us out on the other side. Yeah. Roads down there to the bottom, so it'll be cool if we actually can deliver down in there. I think it's gonna be cool. I'm always up for a change of scenery, but also just in a change of how the game, not necessarily how it operates, but things you can do in the game, you know. Like I said, this won't be a way in or out because they've got it blocked off. Go figure. All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's just pull it right here. And I'm going to zip across here because I wanted to see, because I don't know that I saw this on, so 192nd Avenue, I believe is, or 192nd Street, whatever this road sign back here said. Whoops. Exit 10. Okay, there you go, 192nd Avenue. Let's zip up. I'm actually going to put the truck over because we had two barriers here. And let's just see where this lines us up. I'm not sure how much room we've got. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. We didn't have hardly any room to play with, but we got lots of stuff that's already been laid out. So there's one of the coolest ones. Now there are some, I've got to find them, but there are some places that do add in. Where's it at? Here it is. So you've got to be a little bit closer, but this right here is a drive-in place that you can actually see. I guess is that Mount Rainier? Is that the one in Washington? I believe it is. But they've got a couple of overlooks, and you actually can drive trucks up there. I don't know if it's going to be a delivery point, but I know you can drive trucks up there. So still, nonetheless, pretty stinking cool. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's put ourselves back. Let's just put ourselves back up here because one of these two. I'm gonna showcase because all of this, and there's where that one ends as well. So you can see we're kind of getting towards, you get a couple of miles of basically the very start of this, and there's back into Vancouver, Columbia way, and all of that stuff. So anyway, there's one other part that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to transfer video here. We're going to transition right over there to it. All right, so I'm back. So yeah, I know it's weird. A transition took like 2 seconds, and it took me a while to find this, so I forgot. So this one is on the north corner of Astoria. So if you're looking there in the little map there in your inset, the other one is in between, right to the bottom right of the screen, where there's the separation of the roads, about like that. That's where the other kind of the on-ramp to Washington is. Here is the other one. Now, there's not too much past what I'm going to show you here, so we'll probably leave things as it is, but this will be worth you staying around and watching. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to dev console right across the border. And this stuff used to not be here. It was just kind of blocked up wall, or just a road that kind of went to nowhere, had trees all surrounding it, you know. But now, not so much. So there's Oregon. Thanks to you again. So it's usually where you can tell you're on the connector roads. So another one of these fantastic bridges. I can say that these landmarks that they're getting into are really cool. So anyway, let's see. There's another tug going under. So we're going to look at it from this direction. And then once we get over the hump, I'll show you the... Guess the tugboat's got a train horn. It's really good. And boom! You're like, wait, what? Check it out. My God, look at this. It's huge. The tug just keeps driving circles under there, honking his horn. It's kind of annoying. All right, let's start on this side and let's go across. So, so this looks like a new logging facility. It's got the Walmart truck there, but I don't know if this is going to be a place of pickup. It looks like it could. Just depends on, like, you know, like right here at the gate, you'd pull in, stop, and then you'd have maybe, you could pick up trailers on this side. Maybe down here, it's got some more spots back here for tankers. Maybe food grade trailers would be something cool if you have the stuff down in here. This would be a cool place to pick up. But anyway, once you go through here, you see the last corner here of the log stacking facility. And let me see if I can. Yes. All right. So let's do this. Let's put the truck. Actually, you know what? Let's just continue driving. You guys will. Uh-oh. There we go. It's getting very light in the room, so the track hour doesn't do so well with huge amounts of lighting. So there it is. A big old, huge logging facility. So you can actually get in and drive into this. So we'll drive into this thing. The scale of this is really big. Now, Oregon brought in some pretty cool ones with the heartwood and then the logging places that are out in the middle of the woods. Kind of cool to take it from the actual logging place to the actual processing facility. Now, this is a much bigger processing facility than anything we've ever seen in ETS, including what they saw in Oregon. But the forestry and logging industry in Oregon and Washington is huge. So, I mean, that's kind of one of their... That's their thing. That's one of their big things. So anyway, you can see the gates open up, and obviously you're going to go right in the door. You'll be able to pick up lumber, logs, all of that stuff. Maybe the chips, the wood chips and stuff for the chip vans. So that stuff would actually become a little bit more relevant, taking them back into the process. You can see right here where they're dumping all the extra shavings and all that other kind of stuff. But yes, this is Washington. So we are now north of Astoria. I'll even show you on the map. We are nowhere. We are nowhere, except we rode across a really cool bridge and we got here. So let's go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and just cut the engine off there. So we've got a few more things over here. Whether or not these are just probably placeholders that you can see in the that you can see out. So anyway, still really cool to have these big old huge processing facilities. You can see pallets. Whether or not any of this stuff is going to allow you to come in, there are gates, but I don't think any of this stuff is going to be a gate that we actually can drive through. And at the end of the day, I mean, it really doesn't matter. You know, we're seeing some really cool stuff. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed venturing across and seeing some new area here. So this even at some point gets me even a little bit more hyped up for what Oregon is going to be, what it's going to bring in terms of the new fixes to the game that's going to be effective throughout most of the other sides of the map. Stuff like this that you're going to see that's new, and then even older stuff like even in the 1.3.5 update that's going to update some of the things that we've been driving on for quite some time, some new roads and all the other things we've talked about in our video. So I'm definitely excited about this. I really am. So I hopefully, I don't know if they'll release any more like little tidbits and Easter eggs of stuff. There are a few little random things that are out there, but it's kind of really hard to find, and I actually found them the first time by accident. So I don't know that I'm going to waste any more video trying to figure out exactly how to do it again. So anyway, as we kind of fly through here, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys will come back and watch the next video here with us, and join in on the next live stream. Multiplayers on Saturdays, whatever we got going on, you guys are more than welcome to come hang out with us and join in with us. Company stuff, links are all down in the description. Anything you see here on the stream, visit my Amazon link down in the description as well, and I've got everything on that. So I'm also going to be doing some vlogging with the setup. It's fixing to change quite drastically. So those guys that are following the channel and whatnot, we're going to have a little vlogging section down at the bottom. We're going to be talking through some of the setup, maybe offering some videos and some reviews on things that I've got, things that I'm doing, and then give you guys some links to be able to purchase some of the same things I have. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for joining us in today's video. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a sneak peek here from Washington, but until next time, we'll see you here in the next video, guys. We'll see you. Peace.